Angel. What a strange name for someone who has professed their desire to be perceived as the ultimate villain. I guess Angel Reese has an affinity for adjectives that start with the letter V because she also wants to be perceived as the ultimate victim.
Caitlin Clark is rewriting what it means to be a WNBA player, and her latest triumph has everyone buzzing. Well, except Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark has added yet another jewel to her crown in a year that already looks like something out of a basketball fairy tale.
Let's look at the big news, which is Caitlin Clark has been named the Associated Press Female Athlete of the Year. Notice that doesn't say Female Basketball Player of the Year. Nah, she's female athlete. She beat out, for example, Simone Biles. All right, not to mention the Asia Wilsons and Angel Reeses of the world. I mean, was Angel Reese even in the conversation on this? Because I cannot imagine that she was.
That's right. Clark has won the Associated Press Female Athlete of the Year, and the accolades are piling up.
Firstly, Caitlin Clark was named AP Female Athlete of the Year following her impact on women's sports. This news was announced on Christmas Eve, and it says Caitlin Clark raised the profile of women's basketball to unprecedented levels in both the college ranks and the WNBA, and Tuesday she was named the AP Female Athlete of the Year for her impact.
While most people are celebrating her groundbreaking achievements, there's one notable figure who's less than thrilled: Angel Reese.
Well, we're going to talk about Angel Reese. She has come out and made some comments that I think most Caitlin Clark fans are probably going to view with extreme skepticism.
Get ready to dive into a story that's shaking up the basketball world because it has got everything from Clark's incredible talent to Angel's hilarious antics.
It's things like that it's her accounting for 26% of total revenue in the WNBA. Those are the kinds of things that make it as to why she is winning these awards, even beyond if she just had an incredible season, but viewership stayed the same or maybe only had a little bit of a, tiny bump in viewership, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Call her the best basketball player in the world if you want. Say that there are many players better than her if you want. Whatever it is, you cannot argue the fact that she captured the attention of people around the world.
You won't want to miss what's coming next. Curious to see how it all unfolds? Let's break it down and explore why Clark's recent performance has earned the love of fans as well as the awards from experts. Caitlin Clark's rookie season was a kind of debut that turns heads and redefines expectations.
They went on to talk about her leading Iowa to the national championship game, and then she became the #1 pick in the WNBA draft and then went on to win Rookie of the Year. From there, you guys, she has won so many awards and broken so many records. It's actually become a meme at this point because it's just crazy. People are putting together graphics.
That's right. Clark has won so many awards that it has become practically a meme at this point. I mean, breaking 62 records in a single season is unheard of, not just in the WNBA, but across professional sports. To put it in perspective, most players would be thrilled to break one record in their entire career. Clark did it 62 times in her rookie year. This isn't just dominance, it's a total takeover. From her jaw-dropping shooting range to her uncanny ability to turn teammates into stars, Clark's impact transcends the box score. This is not even an exaggeration anymore. She's elevating the game.
Yet, here was her greatest achievement. The biggest reason she was chosen Athlete of the Year by Time, Caitlin Clark lifted the WNBA into the national consciousness, made it a thing for the first time. People everywhere were talking about the WNBA in ways they never did before. White people, black people, all kinds of people were talking about and watching women's basketball. The skinny white girl detonated all that.
Now, as if her on-court exploits weren't enough, Clark has also managed to sweep every major Athlete of the Year award in existence. Time Magazine? Check. Associated Press? Double check. She's accomplished more in her first year than some legends do in their entire careers. And yet, not everyone is popping champagne.
I have tried and tried and tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. Just like the rest of the WNBA, seems like Angel Reese is 100% focused on damaging her own drawing power.
Well, The reaction of Angel Reese to Clark's latest honor can only be described as hilariously petty. Reese, who has become as well known for her TikToks and off-court antics as for her basketball skills, didn't waste the opportunity to throw some shade.
The only thing Angel Reese is becoming known for is the constant whining and complaining. The only thing Angel Reese is known for is laying the blueprint for future dump divers and showing them how to destroy a once promising career.
Whether it's jealousy, frustration, or just her natural flair for drama, Reese seemed determined to downplay Clark's achievements. She reportedly questioned whether Clark truly deserved the award, a claim that had fans rolling their eyes and firing up their meme generators faster than Reese could post her next social media story.
Being able to be at 7 and still be able to come in and thrive and work hard every day, that's what has gotten me to where I am right now, just literally off hustle. And just being able to just go in every day and grind. That's just straight off that. I haven't even been able to tap into who I really am and my potential of being able to be that stretch for position and just being able to be that. So people also need to give that some grace too. I'm still a rookie. I'm still figuring it out. Trying to figure things out. So if I am rookie of the year, God, thank you. If I'm not, back to the drawing board. And I just want to win. Getting to the playoffs is something that I really, really, really want to do. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm not really thinking about rookie of the year.
Here's the thing, Clark and Reese are polar opposites when it comes to how they approach their craft. Clark is all about the grind, constantly in the gym, sharpening her skills, and pushing the boundaries of what's possible on the court. Reese, on the other hand, often seems more focused on curating her online persona. There's nothing wrong with building a brand. After all, this is the age of social media. But it's hard to take her criticism seriously when she's more likely to be seen perfecting a TikTok dance than a three-point shot.
Okay. If she would have left it with what she had to say right before the last couple of words, I would have been fine with it. She's embraced the villain. She understands social media. She's done quite well. She is literally cashed in. But her attention, her notoriety is based off Caitlin Clark. Because she wins the national title, first thing she does, she mocks Caitlin Clark. And then she doesn't even celebrate with her teammates. So she's made it personal with Caitlin Clark.
What's even funnier is that while Reese has been busy trying to spin this as a rivalry, Clark has remained blissfully unbothered. For Clark, this isn't about Reese, social media, or drama. It's about basketball. She's too busy rewriting history to pay attention to petty digs. That's what makes her so special. She lets her game do the talking, and boy, does it speak volumes.
When we talk about these global and national awards that Caitlin Clark is winning this year, when we talk about AP Female Athlete of the Year, when we talk about Time Magazine Athlete of the Year, when we talk about the next one that I'm going to name that she was also named this week, when we talk about these, it is more about her impact on the sport and how she elevated an entire sport. It's more about that and less about how she played on the court. Now, how she played on the court was also incredible. And like I said, she's broken so many records and the numbers speak for themselves.
That's right, the numbers back it up. But Clark's contributions to the WNBA extend far beyond her stat line. During her rookie season, WNBA merchandise sales skyrocketed by an eye-popping 500%. Attendance figures are at an all-time high, and games featuring Clark have drawn record-breaking viewership numbers. The Indiana Fever, a team that hadn't sniffed the playoffs in nearly a decade, suddenly found themselves in the postseason largely thanks to Clark's transformative impact. She's not just a player, she's a movement.
Caitlin Clark just kept playing, kept getting better and better and better. An Indiana team that had gone 13-27 the year before she was drafted, of course, won 7 of its last 11 last season as Caitlin Clark actually rose from just the obvious Rookie of the Year into the MVP discussion as a rookie.
Meanwhile, Reese's antics are becoming increasingly hard to take seriously. Her decision to throw shade at Clark only highlights the gap between them, not just in skill, but in focus. While Clark is busy changing the game, Reese seems more interested in changing her outfit for the next Instagram post. And let's be real, comparing Reese's 13.6 points per game to Clark's 19.2 isn't just apples and oranges, it's apples and whatever Reese is trying to pass off as basketball.
Who is Angel's cousin, asked her to address her feelings about rival Indiana Fever's Caitlin Clark and the Fever's fan base. Take a look at what Angel Reese had to say about that. Quote, Caitlin Clark fans, the Iowa fans, now the Indiana fans, I think there's a lot of racism when it comes to it, and I don't believe she stands on any of that. But when it comes to death threats, I'm talking about people who have come down to my address, following me home. Multiple occasions, people have made AI pictures of me naked, literally. They've sent it to my family members. It sucks to see that, and it's really hard that I have to go through that.
Angel has frequently used victim card as a means for garnering fame. But what's truly ironic is that her attempts to steal the spotlight often backfire spectacularly. Remember the infamous "you can't see me" taunt during the NCAA championship?
A nuanced conversation, and I'm going to do my very best to break it down.
Caitlin Clark is a hell of a
incredible
player for sure. But I don't take disrespect lightly, and she disrespected Alexis and my girls.
While Reese thought she was making a statement, Clark was too busy dominating the game to care. That moment was emblematic of their entire dynamic. One player chasing clout, the other chasing greatness.
We are tired every time you mention Caitlin Clark, somebody feels obligated. Oh yeah, Angel Reese too. Mention Caitlin Clark. Oh yeah, Angel Reese also. And it's like, can Caitlin Clark just get her moment without Angel Reese being in the same conversation? Because honestly, they don't belong in the same conversation.
It's worth noting that the so-called rivalry between Clark and Reese has been a goldmine for the WNBA. Their matchups generate buzz, bring in viewers, and spark endless debates online. But let's not kid ourselves, this isn't a rivalry in the traditional sense. Rivalries are built on mutual competition and respect. And while Clark has delivered on her end, Reese is still playing catch-up. At this point, the only thing Reese is surpassing Clark in is social media engagement.
But I think Angel Reese is jealous of Caitlin Clark. She thinks she's,
As for Clark, she's taking her newfound fame in stride. Despite the pressure, the scrutiny, and the inevitable comparisons, she remains focused on what matters, becoming the best basketball player she can be, and winning accolades like AP Women's Athlete of the Year.
So, Clark is just the fourth women's basketball player to win the award in its 93-year history. By the way, Cheryl Swoops is one of the winners. I mean, wow. Rebecca Lobo and Candace Parker won it twice.
Not only that, Caitlin has even cleared the air by supporting the woke audience in their supposed black empowerment, by giving props to the black pioneers of WNBA.
She said, "I want to say I've earned every single thing, but as a white person, there is privilege. A lot of these players in the league that have been really good have been black players. This league is kind of built on them. The more we can appreciate that, highlight that, talk about that, and then continue to have brands and companies invest in those players that have made this league incredible."
Her humility is as much a part of her appeal as her jaw-dropping skills. And yet, many people, including Angel Reese, continue to throw shade at her, which is disappointing to watch because she's the kind of athlete who transcends the game, inspiring a new generation of fans to believe in the power of hard work and determination.
Speak for themselves. She also broke the scoring record when she was at Iowa, but it's also about the number of eyeballs, the kind of money that was drawn to the WNBA, the fact that the WNBA is now the #1 fastest growing brand in the world. It's things like that it's her accounting for 26% of total revenue in the WNBA. Those are the kinds of things that make it as to why she is winning these awards.
So where does this leave Reese? For now, she's the WNBA's reigning queen of shade, but that title won't win championships or awards. If she really wants to compete with Clark, she's going to need more than viral videos and witty captions. She's going to need to put in the work, block out the noise, and let her game speak for itself. In the meantime, Clark will continue to do what she does best: dominate. She's not just breaking records, she's breaking barriers. She's not just winning awards, she's winning hearts. And as for Reese, well, she'll have plenty of time to work on her TikTok game while Clark is busy rewriting the history books.
I truly believe that. But let's check this out. While fans have hyped up their apparent beef, Chicago Sky forward Angel Reese recently emphasized there are no hard feelings between her and Indiana Fever star. Quote, "I think it's just competition. You clothesline people in the head, in the skull hole during competition like that? Is that what we're doing?"
So, what do you think? Is Caitlin Clark really deserve her accolades? Or Angel Reese is not getting the appreciation she deserves? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more latest updates from the world of basketball. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.